Hey y'all, welcome back. This is video number 2 in our job loss survival series. And this one is entitled Your Emotions. When you lose a job, lots of emotions go through your mind. You might be mad at your boss or supervisor, feel betrayed by the company. And of course, you're going to wonder what's going to happen. Why did this happen and what's going to happen? To me, you might feel sad also. Then you probably are going to feel anxious about the future and how you're going to pay your bills, how you're going to find another job, and what in the world am I going to tell my family? Those are all things that are legitimate going through your mind. Now, I know from personal experience about this. Remember, in our first video, I shared with you that very early in my legal career, almost 31 years ago, I got let go from my first job after law school. I couldn't believe it. However, we know in the Bible that in Romans 8:28, it says, we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him. So let me say that again. We know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him. And because of my experience, I can share some tips with you to keep your emotions and attitudes in check for success. So let's talk about it. First thing, accept reality. It's natural to feel terrible about unemployment. However, don't wallow in the loss or the unfairness of it. Do your best to accept your new reality and move to the next chapter in your life. Next, acknowledge that you're stressed. Yes, you are in a very stressful situation. And to be upset and to vent to your friends and family, that would be normal. However, don't involve your boss, your supervisor, or your co-workers. Don't cause drama. That'll bite you in the rear end. Next, let's reflect. Determine what caused your job loss. If mistakes were made, like your job performance was substandard, own up to it and resolve to not let that happen again. If the company was in trouble and was having to make cutbacks, consider working with a company that's doing well in the economy. Next, don't beat yourself up. Self-confidence is essential to get through this. So don't overly criticize or blame yourself, right? Capture every negative thought about yourself and counter it with a positive one. You are a winner and you're going to make it. Don't give up. Remember, millions, and this is this, right? Millions of people have experienced job loss and come back to succeed. Losing a job is not a reflection on your worth as a person. It gives you an opportunity to show folks what you're made of by overcoming this challenge. So rise to the challenge and overcome. Next, look for the silver lining. The silver lining. Remember, this may be an opportunity to rethink your career path and priorities. Perhaps you're going to find a better job or be able to go to school and train in an area or a vocation you would enjoy more and make yourself more marketable in our economy. Maybe it's time that you start your own business. That's how Niblock & Associates was founded. Next, focus on what you can control. There are things you control, there's things you don't control. Focus on what you can control. There's only one thing you can control. That's you. You can only control one person, you. Instead of worrying about things that are out of your hands, focus on what you control, such as learning new skills, networking with your contacts, and doing whatever it takes to get yourself in front of prospective employers. Next, create a job search plan. It may be overwhelming to look at this whole thing as one big chunk. So break it down. Don't look at the big picture. Break things down into small, manageable steps instead of attempting to do everything all at once. Because if you do everything all at once, it's hard to get it done. Okay, so the bottom line is this. Being unemployed stinks. You knew that. But it's going to make you stronger after you weather the storm by finding your way back to employment. You can do it, and you're going to do it. I know you are. I'm Greg Newblock, bankruptcy and personal injury attorney, and I wish you and your family blessings, okay? And I wish you blessings on your job search, and you're gonna make it. That's the bottom line. You're gonna make it. Thanks so much.